Well, hello everyone. Happy super new moon in Pisces. This is the second of 3 super new moon in a row. We had the first one on February 10th at the beginning of the year of the dragon. Well, and even though you can't see the new moon, you will certainly feel the effects of this super new moon in a particular part of your body, which I will be discussing in this video. But before I get started, could we please all do some exhales? Maybe take that nice breath in, but at the bottom of your exhale, breathe out just a bit more so you can release completely before we welcome the new inhale. So let's do this together. And as you exhale, complete the exhale all the way down. And when you feel like you can't exhale anymore, blow out a little bit. And take an inhale. Well, thank you for doing this. I really needed to reset my breathing before I welcome this new lunar cycle. And this lunar cycle that we just completed is the first of the lunar cycles of the dragon year. So I really felt the need to come to this sense of completion before we welcome this new journey again. Well, my name is Masami Covey. I'm a health intuitive, functional nutritional therapist, and a moon enthusiast. I lead women in rediscovering the wisdom of living with the lunar cycles during and beyond menopause. If you're interested in lunar cycles, learning about moon wisdom and how the moon impacts various organs, systems, hormones, and even fascia, please consider subscribing to this channel. So let's get started with today's video. New moon is a great time to become aware of your inner solar center, actually. While the moon's surface is dark and not reflecting the sun, we are self-illuminated beings like the stars, and during the new moon, just as you can see the stars better, you will be able to see and feel and get in touch with your inner illumination center better. And of course, we are talking about your solar plexus, also called Celiac Plexus. If you've been following my work for a while, this is my favorite part of the body, which we will go into from the chakra standpoint as well a little later. So we receive enormous amounts of information from various organs here. Nerves that innervate the gastrointestinal tract are here. This is a super complex and intricate region with arteries branching out and running through the gastric intestinal organs, and nerves go where arteries go as well. So parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves and also sensory nerves come together right in the solar plexus. And we feel all our emotions and stress in this area. Solar plexus, or the celiac plexus, is communicating with the entire body from nervous system, duodenum, pancreas, liver, adrenals, kidneys, to colon, and more. It's sending and receiving information to and from the brain and taking information from gastrointestinal tract. It's an incredible focal point in your body where your nerves can spread out and reach out to all the beautiful organs. Think of this space like a maybe coordinating center, perhaps like a lighthouse that is shining light 360 degrees. From this area, imagine that you have the rays of the sun radiating, reaching far. But clinically speaking, I have seen this, unfortunately, right? Most people are living with extremely tight and locked up solar plexus, and this can cause emotional distress, leading to anxiety, worry, and other physical discomfort and mental dysregulation. Also, when this area is physically blocked and fascially strained, you can experience not only the gastrointestinal pain and discomfort, but shallow and poor breathing and other respiratory disorders like asthma, bronchitis, and wheezing. But the symptoms can go the other way. Anxiety, agitation, restlessness are common causes of solar plexus pain. And this is also where the third chakra is. I have done many videos on this, but I will link 2 videos below that might be helpful for you. One is a very in-depth interview that I did called Activate Your Power Center and Thrive. The second video is called Anxiety in Chakras, third and fourth chakras. So please check out the links below. And just to review the third chakra for a moment here. When your solar plexus is tight and or blocked, it's difficult to muster up confidence, joy, optimism, and ambition. It's hard to set an intention for this new lunar cycle. You can get scared of taking that necessary steps to get you going. And you can definitely become pessimistic and skeptical of your own power and feel inferior to others. That feeling of not enough really gets stirred up. So if you are not addressing the solar plexus region during the new moon period, you could be having all these things that will carry forward to the new lunar cycles as well. So let's get going on addressing the solar plexus region now. First, let's press on that region using your fingers. So where the rib cage come in, and then I've shown you the picture of the solar plexus, so you can probably find it. It may be a little bit lower for some of us, might be a little bit higher for some of us, but usually if you put 3 fingers right when the ribs come in, and then you put your fingers right underneath it, you're in that region of solar plexus. And if you feel tight or painful, maybe blocked kind of a feeling here, stay tuned because I will go into a couple of points that you can incorporate into your practice today during the new moon phases, particularly. But instead of going directly to solar plexus region, like what we just did and touched it and work on that region, I like to take more of a yin approach. So moon, lunar approach, the dark moon approach. So I like to use reflexology, especially when you feel sensitive around solar plexus. And I think reflexology points are really powerful to use during the new moon phase as well. So let's get started with the first one, which is the center of your hand, right in the center of your hand. And where when you start to massage the center of your hand, you might feel kind of a little bit of tightness. Go ahead and relax your fingers, and you might feel little nodules there or taut kind of a feeling. And sometimes when I'm pushing this area and rubbing this area, I actually feel a little tired. There's like a tiredness, maybe from using the computer a lot, my mouse a lot, right? So just find that spot first, right in the center, right in the center. And once you find it, use the padding part of the thumb and press it firmly for about 5 seconds. And when you're pressing that, you can actually let go of your other fingers and just press directly. And you can use all kinds of tools as well. You can use the kind of like a back of the pen cap and press if you like, or you can use things like a cork and press it. Okay. These are really nice little tools as well. If you have a little ball kind of thing, you can even press it and place it on the desk and roll on it, or just just hold it for about 5 seconds. So today I'm just going to press that region for 5 seconds and I'm just relaxing all my other fingers. And gradually release. So you're not taking the hand off too quickly. Gradually. Go ahead and press 5 seconds. And you can let go of your other fingers away from your hand so that only the stimulation is happening to the center of your hand. And gradually release. And you can do that 3 to 5 rounds of it, and then be sure to do the other side as well. But after you do this, even now, we've only done the one side, only about 2 sets, but go ahead and relax. Maybe rest your palms on your legs or on the table or on the pillow or so, and just notice the sensations right in the center of your hand. Okay. And the next one is the bottom of your feet. So it's about 1/3 way down to almost to the middle area, but generally about 1/3 way down of the bottom of your feet. And here's the picture so you can take a look. use your thumb pads again, right? Don't use your pointy part of the nails or anything. And if you have a very long nails, you definitely want to use things like a cork or the back of the pen or so to press into that region. And you do the very similar things by finding that spot. Once you find it, press that down for about 5 seconds. And then you gradually let go and take your time, about 5 seconds to let go, and repeat that. But if that region hurts, or maybe there's a sharper pain that you're dealing with, maybe because you have a plantar fasciitis or some kind of inflammatory things at the bottom of your foot area, then you can also use like a tennis ball or softer ball, or you can even roll like a hand towel or washcloth. That might be a good size, but you can roll a washcloth and just place it right underneath your foot. So if your foot is like this, washcloth goes this way, and then stand on it. You could do both feet at the same time. Stand on that until that pain begins to release. Slowly let go and release. It might take you about a minute, maybe even a little bit longer. So if you're using a towel method, just stay with it for a minute to two, maybe even up to 3 minutes. Then the fascia can start to let go as well. And after you have attended to this point, you can relax your feet, and you can do this right before you go to bed, because this is a wonderful way to reset your whole system and feel the residual sensations after you have done that. And you're not touching your feet anymore. You will feel that continuously happening and continuously working on that. These points, particularly in your feet, are used as a closing ritual when you are getting a really nice reflexology massage. So it's a lovely point to press, like I said, before bed or completion of the lunar cycles. Also, I do like working on this point at any time that you want to complete something. So you have done certain things, there's a circular, maybe rhythmic things to it, and you say, okay, I am done with that. Pressing on those points at the bottom of your feet can be a nice way to complete the tasks. And by the way, don't do this right after a meal. Give it about an hour, then try this. Usually this point can help you release some of emotions and physical tensions that often come from toxins. So drink what I call sayu. Sayu is the Japanese word for white water, but it means it's hot water. One of these days, I will do a video on the power of sayu, but make sure to drink some warm water that you boiled, and maybe put a little pinch of sea salt, put a little cold water so it's not too hot, but sip on that, because these points, both hands and feet, can release a lot of toxins. And, after you do this for about 3 to 5 sets, or, if you're standing on the washcloth for a few minutes, maybe take a moment and see if your breathing changes. You can also test it out and go straight to the solar plexus point and see how that feels. I can actually feel the difference already from when I first touched it versus now. Okay, so do let me know what's going on and what has changed for you. And when you can bring more opening and allow your sun rays to expand in that solar plexus area, you can bring balance between your body and mind and heart. You can process emotions more easily and step into who you are and process your own voice and access your own inner voice and bring ideas forward. That's what the new moon phase is all about, right? So I hope this was helpful for you. And like I said, please let me know your thoughts. I love reading all your comments and your experiences from working on these points. And if these videos are helpful for you, please give me a thumbs up, because I get very energized by reading your comments and seeing that you are enjoying these videos. And then that makes me want to kind of bring more of this lunar wisdom forward for all of you. So thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.